Hey guys, hey good people, welcome back to Freedom with Fridah. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Fridah Nguku and this is the best place for you, so subscribe. Actually, I've been so inconsistent with this channel that I'm even feeling guilty to come out here and talk to you guys. But anywho's, wherever you can pick the camera and talk, please do. So normally every year, as I turn a year older, my birthday is normally on 23rd of March, I always do 23 things I know for sure. This episode was actually inspired by Sharon. She started the whole 23 things, the things she knows for sure every time she's turning a year older. So for me, I normally do 23, which is of course my date of birth, 23 things that I know for sure. And I remember actually this year I didn't do that. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So today I am going to tell you guys the 23 things I know for sure. Like I am so sure about these things, guys. So anyway, let's get onto it. So disclaimer, some of the things that I said last year, actually I'm going to repeat them because I still believe in them. And so many things are going to change, and I feel like the one thing that I know for sure, and it's actually not part of it, that change is the only constant thing. So it's okay to have a change of mind. Like you could believe in something this year and then next year you have a totally different belief of the same thing. So anyway, let's get on to it. And number one to me is it gets better with time. You see, that moment that you're going through a lot, you're suffering, you're depressed, you're heartbroken, you feel like you're at the end of it all, it gets better with time. And I know that when you're in the deep of that, you're in the deep inside, whatever it is that you're going through, it just doesn't make sense. And when people tell you it's gonna get better, you feel like, which better? Like, I'm already here, which better? Trust me, it gets better with time. That's one thing I'm very sure. So nowadays I've learned to take life easily. Like when things happen, I compose myself and I know, I am sure in the next 1 year it's gonna be better. In the next 2 months it's gonna be better. Depending on the magnitude of whatever it is that you're going through, it gets better with time. Trust me, it gets better with time. So give yourself time and allow yourself to go through that. Allow yourself to feel the pain. But always know that time is going to heal that. Point number 2. One thing I am sure, no one regrets working out. Nobody. Zero. There's no one person who has ever said, oh God, I went to the gym today and I feel terrible. Zero. Nobody. There's no one who's worked out in their life and then like 10 years later they're like, I regret why I worked out in my 20s or in my 30s. No. No one ever. Nobody has ever regretted working out or going to the gym. So if you can get yourself time to work out, please do. It might not make sense right now. It might take time to see results, especially depending on what you're working on. But trust me, later in life, you will never regret it. That you can be sure. And you always be proud of that. It makes you feel good. Gym makes you feel good, makes you look good. And when you look good, you actually feel good. Refreshes your mental health. There's a lot of good stuff when it comes to working out. So if you don't do anything good for yourself, please work out. And I've learned that I'm one person who really gets back into my good mood when I work out. So I'm at that point where when I feel like I'm depressed, I'm going through some things, working out has always been my solution. So please work out. If you can, just do it. And it's not even a matter of if you can, find a way to work out. That's it. Number 3, depression is real. Depression is real, guys. And I feel like everyone at some point in their life will go through depression, especially in the life we're living today where things have gone up, economy is terrible, we are all going through a lot financially. Social media is out here putting a lot of pressure on us. We are born as a generation that does not have patience, so we want good things right now. So depression is real. And especially with social media making it worse, where you're comparing yourself with your friends, with the people you're in school with someone you know. So depression is real. If you can talk to someone, please do. If you can get therapy, please go for it. If you can pay for therapy, go for it. And if you feel like you are deep inside it, please speak up. Speak up to somebody, your mom, your dad, your sisters, your friend, your neighbor. Sometimes you actually just need to walk into your neighbor's house when you feel like you're suicidal and just talk to them. Depression is real. Let's be kind out here. Be very careful the words you say to people. You could be triggering something that has been bothering them. And I've also learned that people who are going depression sometimes could look like the happiest people on this planet. Like, depression is one disease that you can't tell whether someone is sick or not until they tell you. So let's be kind in what you say, how you behave around people. You never know what someone is going through. Don't be the trigger. Don't be. Be very kind. Be good to people. It doesn't cost much, but depression is real. Depression is real. Check on your friends. Help wherever you can. Listen. You don't have to do anything. Sometimes you just need to listen. But let's just know that depression is real and is actually a disease, and the worst disease, because we cannot even tell when someone is sick. You can't. Point number 4. Never ever think that a situation that someone is going through that you can never go through. Life has taught me that anyone can go through any situation. It doesn't matter who you are. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter how much money you have. It does not matter how close you are to God. It doesn't matter. You can go through what someone else is going through. So don't ever think you're special. Do not ever think that, because it's going to happen to you. And I feel like sometimes God just makes it happen and reminds you of the things you used to say. Like you said, I can't do this. Oh, this can't happen to me. Oh, anybody can go through any situation. And I think that's the fun bit about life, that even the rich can be very poor, and the poor can be very rich in a night. Like, you can be so healthy today and tomorrow you don't have legs, you got an accident. You can be so healthy, you can think you're healthy today and tomorrow you're very sick. You can think you're so loved now, you're in the perfect relationship, perfect marriage, and tomorrow you're divorced. Like, never say never. Anyone can go through a situation that someone else has gone through, so don't think you're special. Point number 5, words are powerful. Oh my goodness, words are powerful. Like, you could say something to people and brush it off and walk and go, and they remember that for the rest of their life. Like, they never ever become the same again. They struggle to get through. Like, I was listening to Lynn Gogi interview some lady who believed all through her life that she's this very ugly woman, because that's what the husband kept telling her. And even up to date, she's still struggling with that. And that kept me thinking that how powerful are words. Like, we say things and we let them go. They get to people and we have no idea what those words do to their life. And also, words are very powerful into your life. Things you say to yourself, like, I'm broke, I'm not beautiful, I'm always struggling, I'm not good enough. The things you say out loud can really dictate your life or affect someone else's life. So be very careful what you say. Point number 6, time is precious. Value it. I was speaking to one of the guys that we were doing wallpaper installation with the other day, and I was telling him I no longer look at a job in terms of money. I look at it in terms of time. So, for example, if I'm called to go and work somewhere and they're telling me I'm going to pay you 10K, I don't look at the 10K, I look at the time. How much time is it going to take me to make the 10K? And that has really changed how I reason out. Because sometimes I get clients who are like, I want you to install wallpaper for me. I am based in Rongai. It's 2 wallpapers. So installing one wallpaper is 500 ball. Let's forget about the selling bit. So the profit on the selling, that's joy mark. But me as a person, going there to install is 1,000 bob. It's going to take me over 40 minutes to travel to Rongai. Install for probably 40 minutes and again travel back in the hassles of town. And so probably half of my day is gone and I'm earning 1,000 bob. So when I look at it in terms of time and not money, then I'm able to make the right decision. So when you're looking at your work or the value you're giving to somebody, don't look at the money they're paying you, look at the time it's taking you to do the job, or the time it's taking you to get the skill, because that's something else people don't look at. Like, someone will tell you, come and sing in my event for 2 hours, I'm going to pay you 2,000. Do you know how much I practice during the week to ensure that my voice is where it is? Do you know how much time I've put into making my voice this good? Or you want to value that now with this 2,000? Because I feel like most of the time we lose it because we look at the money and not the time. So when you start looking at life in terms of time, you're going to see how valuable time is. So value time, because it's priceless. It's so priceless. Ha. Point number 7, it's never that serious. It's never that serious. And I think I said this the last time I did 23 things I know for sure, because I have learned that life is never that serious. Do not die. Don't die trying to make life so serious, taking everything. And that's how I lived most of my life. Like, it is this serious. Things have to flow like this. So if things are not going this way, I am depressed, or I'm going through stress, or I'm not okay. It's never that serious. No one comes out of it alive and so enjoy your time whenever you can. Have some fun. Of course, work, be smart at it, but also learn that it's never that serious. Don't die trying to be enjoy some more life. Point number 8. Everyone's, and this I learned, I think end of last year coming to this year. Everyone's kind of luxury is different, and that's okay. Let me say that again. Everyone's kind of luxury is different, and that's okay. Let me give you an example. Speaking to Yvonne. Yvonne is one of my best friends. I was speaking to Yvonne and I was telling her, I've learned that I would spend money in alcohol and it will pay me. But I'll spend the same money eating some good food somewhere or going to have fun in a new location. The same amount of money, but it won't pay me. So she was telling me that it's because that's not your kind of luxury. And there are people who would spend 10,000, 30,000, millions in drinking and clubbing, and they won't feel a thing. But you tell them to spend the same amount of money to go out on a vacation, and they'll feel like, So I've learned that we have different kind of luxuries, and that's okay. Don't be out here judging people on what they call luxury, their life kind of luxury. Like, there are people who clubbing is their kind of luxury. There are people who would invest in good Wi-Fi because they want to sit down and watch a movie. There are people who kind of luxury is buying books and reading. There are people who are sipping some wine. There are people who getting 20 handbags worth whatever amount of money. That's their kind of luxury. So I have learned that we have different kind of luxuries, and that's okay. Don't be so hard on people who have different kind of luxury compared to yours. We're just different. That's it, and that's okay. Point number 9, money is important. Money, let me zoom you guys so you can see me well. Money is important. Oh my goodness. Like, do not let anyone lie to you that at your money is evil. Please get it fast. Please get it fast before you say that stupid thing. Because money is important, and money will give you freedom. How many stories have we had of people who can't leave a situation because they want to, but they can't because they don't have money? How am I going to survive? How am I going to... So they toxic relationships, they toxic marriages, they toxic situationships because they can't live. How many people? Money will give you freedom, money will give you power, and money will actually give you happiness. It might not be everything, because you can have all the money and not be healthy. I feel like after health, the next thing is money. But money is very important. Please go out there and get it. And let's normalize telling our kids and generation that we're creating that it's important to have your own money, because if for some reason everything you need to run in life, you need money. You need school fee, that's money. You need to go to the hospital, that's money. You need to enjoy life, that's money. You want to live in a better house, that's money. You want to eat, that's money. So why is it that this one thing that is very crucial in our life is less spoken of? Like, let's speak more about money. Let's normalize how important money is. And please, women, get your own money. I know this might come off terribly for some people out here who feel like, it's okay to get married to a rich man and just be a housewife. Well, that's for you. But I still feel like, get your own money. There's something good that comes with having your own money. Some peace of mind, some freedom, some just get your money. That's it. Just money is important. Don't let anyone lie to you about that. Point number 10, your house. I know I've said this every time, and also Sharon says this, your house is a safe place. And I feel like, the thing she says, that's one thing that is very important. Your house should be a safe place. You see, the world out here is full of so much. Like, when you wake up, social media is already full of shit. It's already full of so many things are happening. You go at work, everyone is going through hell. You get to a matatu, there's a lot of noise. The one place you come back to, and you should feel so relaxing, is your house. So if you can make your house feel comfortable, if you can make your house feel safe, please make it that. Let it be that place you can come and kneel down and pray to your God and feel intimate with your God and feel comfortable and feel at peace. Your house should always be a safe place, and I thank God that my house is. And also be very careful the kind of people you bring into your house. There are people bring into your house and they just feel very uncomfortable. So your house should always be a safe place. Point number 11, negative energy is so contagious. Is that the word? Like, it's very infectious. Negative energy. What? Have you ever stayed around people who are always negative about life? And by evening you feel so drained. You're like, what's happening? Why do I feel drained? Why do I feel like there's something off? The people you spend time with, how do they think about life? What are some of the things they say? Because it's very easy to carry that energy, and you actually don't even know when you're carrying it. You just later, if you're keen, if you're very self-aware, you can tell that every time I spend time here, I feel this way. And this also goes back even to movies, and this is something I've learned. If you're continuously watching movies about death, about negative stuff, that's how you tend to think about yourself. That's the things you tend to see more and feel more without knowing. So be very careful the energy you surround yourself with, because the negative one is very infectious. You can have the positive, the negative, but trust me, the negative is very easy to get compared to the positive. So please surround yourself with positive people. Point number 12. I'm looking at a book. I've written them down on this diary. This one I learned very late, and I remember I was talking to my sister about the other day, and she was like, actually I've noted that the food you eat, the food you consume, says a lot about how you feel. I know that most of you be like, imagine that's true. How you eat, your eating habits will dictate how you feel. I've learned, the other day I was just wondering, why do I feel, I was really traveling a lot and I was doing a lot of junk food, and I could tell I'm struggling. My energy was, it was like, I was like a zombie. I'm just strolling through things. And I learned that it's because of the food I'm eating. Like, the more junk you put in your body, the more terrible you feel about yourself. Like, even the things you enjoy doing, you'll be so sluggish about them. So I've learned that you need to be very careful the kind of food you put in your body. So this is what I do. When I eat a lot of junk food, I try to work out more. Well, I'm one person who, it doesn't matter how much junk food I eat, it doesn't really much affect my physical body, but it affects my mental, my thinking, my energy, all that. So what I do is, when I'm at that point where I can't really avoid a lot of junk food, I'll do a lot of exercise and drink a lot of water. So, and I also do a lot of cooking. I love cooking, so I do a lot of home cooked food, and I love that. But I've learned that food dictates a lot of how you feel, and that's weird, right? But that's a truth. Point number 13. Get at least more than one income. Yep, I said it. I know this might come off like, oh, not all of us are talented, but just try. Please, if you can get 10. You see this thing of people saying, oh, you can't be doing everything. at least do 2, 3, 4 things. I mean, that's what Corona taught us, that you could be tempted depending on one thing that really, really does well for you. And then tomorrow you wake up and the one thing that you really believed in no longer serves you. So if you can have more than one income, please do. And strive to have more than one income. It's very important. Anything can happen anytime. And this goes back to even talent. Make sure talent, I feel like everyone has a talent. Everyone out here is gifted in a way. And you could be in a job that does not really tap into your talent, or you could be in a job that is tapping in your talent but not fully. So you can do something still with whatever you have on the side and still earn from it. For example, I sing a lot in a band, but I also try to ensure that I do other things with my voice out here. It could be either through YouTube, it could be through karaoke, it could be through talking, through my mentorship, school, whatever it is. Do something with your talent. Talent is one thing I feel like you can, if you tap into it, you can increase your income. Next, number 14, make use of your talent. I think that is also tied to number 13. Point number 15, God always has a plan. Call it God, call it universe, whatever it is. I feel like there's always a plan ahead. As long as you're doing what is right and what you're supposed to do, things will align somehow. And how I came to know about this is looking back into the times that I went through hell, the times that I went through very tough moments, and now when I'm okay and I'm joining dots and I'm like, this was meant to happen for this to happen. This was meant to happen for this to be able to happen in my life. So I know this is a very strong belief in my life that God always has a plan. We're talking about this with my sister the other day on how she got a job, and we were calculating on how things were falling into place together to make sure that she gets there and get her job. So things just, God has a plan. God has a plan for everyone. So trust that. If you don't trust anything to do with God or universe, trust that God has a plan, or the universe has a plan for you. Point number 16, if you can support someone through any small way, please do. Please do. And support is not necessarily money. It could be listening to them when they need someone to talk to. It could be referring someone to their business. It could be posting that one post that will get them a client out there. It could be subscribing to their YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, please do. It could be telling them, hey, you look good. Just let's be kind out here. There's a lot going on. Support each other in whatever way that you can, because hey, this camper has been hanging here the whole time. All along. Anyway, support. Tomorrow it could be you. Like, I've learned that, like I said, you can get into that situation where you need someone to support you, and they will remind you of when you didn't support them. So if you can support someone, please do. Point number 17, no relationship is worth your death. None. Whether it's marriage, whether it's engagement, whether it's partnership in business, you can always get out. You have a choice to leave it. And it's okay to start from zero. I feel like most of the time we suffer in toxic relationships, toxic business partners, toxic businesses and job. And we're not living because we don't know what the next move is. And then we end up dying there. And dying could be the death, the real physical death, like you're done, you're dead. You know, like this woman, the lady that sang Ikueme, Ikueme. The story is that the husband beat her to death. She could have left, people would talk, but again, you're alive. You can start from zero. I've learned that. And if it's something we've learned from COVID-19 pandemic, is that you can actually start from zero and still make it. You can be good today and tomorrow you're down, but as long as you're alive, you're healthy, imagine you can start. So it's okay to leave that toxic love, that toxic marriage, engagement, break it off. It's okay. The world might not understand now, but it will make sense to you. It's making sense to you. That's all that matters. So live. Point number 18. What is meant for you will find you. I know this sounds so cliche, but I feel like what is meant for you will somehow find you. As long as, and I always say this, as long as you're doing what's right. As long as you're doing what's right, whatever is meant for you will somehow find you. And I feel like if you're a good person, as much as people say, oh, good people don't get the good side, blah blah blah, I feel like whatever is meant for you will still find you. It doesn't matter when. It might take time, but it will find you. Point number 19. It's nobody's business to make you happy. It's your own responsibility, your own business to make you happy. Like this issue of, oh, he made me go through. As long as you're grown as woman, grown as man, you owe yourself your own happiness. So find that. And this issue of living to please people, stop. I have done that. Trust me, it doesn't pay well. So just stop. Whatever makes you happy. And nowadays I found myself really not explaining myself that much to people. I'm like, if you want to believe whatever you want to believe, well, good for you. If you don't want to, I mean, good for you too. I don't really care. Whatever makes me happy, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else, that's all that I'm gonna do. And that's all that I'm going to believe in, period. So it's your own responsibility to make you happy. Point number 20, invest in a skill. And I wish I should have put this as point number 1 or 2. Invest in a skill. Invest in a skill. The other day someone approached me. They came from my YouTube channel. They saw me doing the wallpaper business, and it was actually a very young boy, and he was like, I really am interested in this thing and I want to learn so I can do it for myself. And I'm like, perfect, we do training for guys who want to learn that, so we can train you. And he was like, how much do you charge for training? And it was 12k, which happens for 1 or 2 weeks. This skill is going to, 1, be with you for the rest of your life. So it's not something that you will wake up and today you've forgotten. 2, it will get you whatever you're looking for because you're interested in this thing, so you need it. So it will give you an opportunity to get jobs. But now, even the most interesting thing is when you train with us, you become part of us. So anytime I have installation, you are one of the people I think about when it comes to giving out jobs. So that's 3 things you're earning for only 12,000 Kenya shillings. And this guy told me, myself. And this guy told me that's a lot of money. And I was like, oh, okay, so how much were you thinking? I always want to get the other side of people. Even when I know I am not going to take down the price, I just want to know what you're thinking. So I asked him, so what were you thinking of? How much were you thinking it cost you? And he was like, I actually didn't think I should pay. And I'm like, oh, wow. What generation are we bringing up? I mean, we go to school almost 3/4 of our life. But one skill that is going to actually get you what you want, we cannot even invest in. And I told him, unfortunately, we wouldn't do that for free. Like, I just take my time out and just train you for free. Why would I do that? And also, there's something that comes with putting value in something because you will treasure that. And this is something that people need to know. Like, for you to get back that 12k, it could be like a week or even 4 days to earn that 12k back. Sometimes I have huge sites that end up paying guys, like we're 3 of us and we pay each other labor, peke yake, 6k each, or 5k in a day, and we're the 3 of us. So you need 3 days to actually get back your money plus 3 days. And now you have a skill, and now you have someone you can count on to give you jobs. Invest in a skill, whatever it is. If you can take a course on Skillshare, take a course, whatever it is, invest in a skill. You never know where tomorrow will take you. Point number 21, read. I have done terribly this year when it comes to reading. I pray I get back onto it. I know I am not doing well mentally when I struggle to read, but read. There's a lot in reading books. You learn, you grow mentally, you grow even how you look at things. It's like you're working with people who are more experienced than you. You learn new things. You change a lot of beliefs you had in life. You grow in terms of how you think. There's a lot that comes with reading. Point number 22 and second last one, 2 things in life: patience and consistency. Will get you very far. Unfortunately, I'm the person who's saying this and I'm the most impatient person, but I've learned that patience and being consistent, those 2 things, like, just keep doing you, keep doing what you're supposed to do, and be patient. Wait for your results, wait for your time. It's gonna happen. it's gonna happen. It might take longer than other people's journey, but it's gonna happen. So if you can practice more patience, if you can practice being more consistent in the things you do, if you're in love the right way, or through, if you're in business. My camera cut me short. I didn't know it has a maximum recording time. Anyway, so be consistent and be patient. Those are skills you need to learn in life, and those are things we need to be taught in school. So if you have kids, please teach them to be patient, teach them to be consistent, because there's something about consistent. There's something I hate about inconsistency. It doesn't matter whatever it is. It could be in business, it could be in friendships, it could be in relationships, it could be in marriage. Inconsistency brings a lot of things in it. It could be trust issues, it could be people even lose beliefs they used to have because there's not that consistency. So be very consistent, and also learn to be patient. Learn to wait, learn to kill that instant gratification. Be that one person who knows, yes, I want this money, but it can wait a little longer. Two things: patience and consistency will get you very far. You could be very blessed, be very talented, but if you don't have those two, someone else who is very far from you in terms of talent, or not even that much gifted, could really get very far. I was listening to, I won't mention her, one of the YouTubers who is really doing well. It's a she, and she's going really far, not because there's that anything great about her, or standing out that much about her, but because of how consistent she is. Like, she's not the best speaker, she's not the best interviewer, she's not that, but somehow she's made it because she's very consistent in her journey, and she's very patient, and she just goes out there and does whatever she can do without thinking, oh, what will people think, how is the society view me, or that. Patience, consistency. And the last point: celebrate your wins, celebrate your small wins. It doesn't matter, it does not matter, and no one should tell you what you should or should not celebrate. Nobody. Like, I was speaking to one of my friends the other day and was telling them how much I value my birthday, and they were like, I don't see why people value birthdays. And I'm like, that's a year plus in your life. And he was like, it's just another day. So, and I felt like if he was trying to let me see how that's not important, yet it's very important to me. And I get it, it's not important to you, well and good, but don't let anyone dictate what is important for you. Like the other day, after KCPE, so many parents were celebrating their kids and doing those graduation gowns and everything, and someone was like, this is bullshit. Wow, what is it that we're celebrating? It's just KCPE. And I'm like, there are people who actually don't get there. There are people who value that so much that to them getting there is a milestone. So who are you to tell people what to celebrate and not celebrate? Just because you don't see that as anything, it doesn't have any value to you, doesn't mean now everyone needs to see it as that. So celebrate your wins, celebrate your small success, celebrate, because that's what life is. Let's value even the small things. Let's celebrate. I bought curtains. That's something. I took myself on a staycation that cost me probably 3K. That's not a lot of money, but still, I'm celebrating that. I am happy that I did that for myself. So celebrate your wins, celebrate your small successes, and do not let anyone tell you what to or not celebrate. And the last one, I always had one. I always had one. So point number 24, social media is a scam. Do not let anyone's life on social media dictate your real life. Do not. Even the couple goals or the business goals, if people show you what they are going through behind the scenes, don't let social media fool you. Anyway, let me hear in the comment section. If you stayed all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. Let me hear. So leave something in the comment section. What is that one thing or two things or three things that you know for sure? Or what is that one thing you've related with through this entire video? Thank you so much. Stay positive, stay focused, and see you in my next video. Bye.